To me, four-wheel driving is exploring the unknown and the challenges that arise. There is something about it that I absolutely love. From broken winches, massive logs, washed away roads, we take on one of our biggest challenges yet, to open up an old road into one of Australia's hidden paradises.
We're racing up to a camp spot we know up on top of this hill, trying to beat the sunset, but I think we've kind of lost. We're nearly there, but the sun's gone down and starting to get dark. We have one hectic section to get up on the way there. These ruts and holes and that are quite big here, and a bit of a lean, looks a bit soft in there too. We'll give it a crack and see what happens. The usual first gear low with the locker in, and see what happens. I don't actually really know the best line here. I don't know, I'm better off up, maybe down in there, up high, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a bit interesting. Bump it up a bit. Alright, we'll go down and see how Dad goes. Yeah, put that wheel up here. Yeah, and a tiny bit like left as you go. Left, left, left. Left, left.
What a scene!
Got there. Just had to get that front passenger out of the hole there. That's different to when we were here last time.
Yeah, it's become more fun.
Welcome back to another video. It's off to a tough start. That's quite the section there, getting up to this camp spot. But myself and Kai and Dad are out for a local weekend four-wheel drive and camping trip. We're out to BRIL State Forest. We're starting off only 40 minutes from home. Looks like we're in for a beautiful sunny weekend. Has been a bit of rain the last couple of days. The tracks are still a little bit wet. Nearly up the top of this track, and then we should be looking at a beautiful campsite up here. It's winter now, we're in June, so I'll definitely be getting a nice big warm fire going. Made it up. Sort of just missed the sunset, but how beautiful up here. There's still all colour in the sky everywhere. Seems to be quite still as well, and what an incredible view out behind me. Got my car perched up there, and then Dad's just finding a spot now. Oh, how good is this? Not far from home at all. You got your no wasted weekends shirt on. Not wasting this weekend. Grab a drink. Got that tent set up. Get this fire going. Can't believe how nice it is up here. You just get up into the bush, arrive to this, and you're just reminded why you do this. Dad's just carrying over a few of these branches and I'll chop them up for the fire.
You're speaking a language I don't understand. I don't know that look in your eyes. I need you to give me a sign. I'm reaching my hand.
It was a beautiful night up here. That wind has picked up a little bit this morning though, so we're gonna sort of pack up camp pretty quick. We've had a bit of brekkie and then we'll head out exploring in the area.
Our first stop this morning is going to be a bit of a lesser known waterfall out this way, four-wheel drive access only, and a little bit tricky to find, but it is an epic spot.
Here we are, Punch Bowl waterfall. The water obviously flows down along all these rocks and then a big drop off down the bottom there. We are up the top of it. I'll see if I can come around and show you on the camera. There's actually a little pool in there, sort of down off the edge a bit. You can climb down the edge there, but it's very dangerous. I've seen people go down in there and they tie a rope off that tree up there and use the rope to sort of abseil down into it. Because the problem is once you try and get out of there and it's all wet on the ground, your chances of slipping over are definitely risky. Amazing spot.
Like I'm on my tiptoes, baby. You think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Ain't where the money at. Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily. And I'm the type of that might change my number on you. Yeah, that's how you react when people took a slumber on you. Pretty brown skin, baby.
The tracks out this way don't get a massive amount of use, so we may be doing a little bit of track clearing out here.
Quite a tight section of track here that someone's made around this big tree down over the road. And we're through that. We're definitely going to be doing some track clearing today. The plan is, came out here a couple weeks ago with Demi, my girlfriend, and this is the old track into the, well, this is the main track into this area, but it's been destroyed by the floods. There's a few trees down across and there's one section that's just washed out so much. So I thought I want to come back up here and try and get through and reopen it. That's the plan for this morning. It's going to be a bit of fun.
So the bridge on this track collapsed a long time ago. Well, it's still sort of there, but there's no way you drive a vehicle across. It's got all massive holes through it. Logs are falling away and it's nearly completely rotted. And they did make a track around it. Just sort of, cars are up there and just come down around the bridge and then up the steep bank up the other side. Just that a decent sized tree has fallen across it. So we're going to have to clear that and then we can keep going. That electric chainsaw definitely works well. Decent sized log, that one. I can't finish the cut because it's right on this rock and I'll just destroy the chain. So I'm just trying to lever it off out of the way. If we can't, it's not too bad of levering, but if not, I'll just grab the winch and pull it. It's quite strong wood, that.
Oh, yeah. There's the brake.
We can sort of come around that now anyway.
Yeah. Cleared it up, so I think we can negotiate through it now. Still quite tricky and there's some decent sized rocks that have all been moved in here and stuff from recent floods, so I just have to go nice and slow.
Driving that
got to build these tyres up a bit because there's a rock right there that wants to take out my rear diff. Alright, that's me through that creek crossing with a little bit of navigating and rock packing. Just gonna come down now and see how it goes. Alright, start to straighten up now. Yeah. Yeah, but you're all good. Alright, time for a swim after all that, and I know once take off again, we got a super hectic washed out section to sort of clear and navigate, so that's going to take probably an hour or so to get through that, so I'll have a swim and relax in the sunshine for a bit. And then that's sort of the last section, then we've kind of reopened this track up, I guess. This is where things get interesting. This whole track, this whole section of road has just been completely wiped out by the floods a few months back. And as you can see, it's just caused massive craters in it. But the plan is to sort of sneak up around all the edges and just do a little bit of clearing as we go, sneak up around the edge, and then there's some decent rocky stuff past that to contend with, so we're just gonna have to clear it up a bit and give it a crack. Alright, we've done some track clearing and building and trying to make ourselves a path through this mess. A little bit nervous about it. You definitely don't want to get it wrong, otherwise you'll be upside down in that big like channel down the road there. Put our throttle controller on a nice sensitive setting just to make sure I'm not doing any jerky movements through here. You want it nice and slow and controlled, and it really helps with that. Up around those massive washouts there, we sort of created that track, and now we got to do all this actual big holes and boulder navigating up through all that.
Just yeah, you're right.
How was that? It wasn't too bad in the end.
No.
Half hour there of track preparing, and then it was all good.
Yeah, build a highway.
It's open now for other people to come through. Hard right, hard, hard, hard. Yeah, you want to get up on the bank. Yeah, now back the other way. Left hand down, left, left, left. That's both of us up. The rest of the track's not too bad. We're gonna go find somewhere to have a bit of lunch.
Got some please carry on, but please don't mess up the mood. Yeah, I work too hard for it. No, I need it, beat it, before you mess up the mood. Yeah, ooh, I work too hard for it, and I need it, so please don't mess up the mood. Don't mess up the mood. Don't mess up the mood.
Came up to the top of the mountain for some lunch, up to the #1 lookout tower. Just a 2-wheel drive road up here, got tables and that. But you do have amazing views out over Port Macquarie and Wauchope, and you can see the ocean down through there. We'll sit up here and soak in these views. We're navigating our way sort of out of this area, but we decided to go the shortcut, aka shorter distance, about 6 times as long, navigating this back track out here. It's beautiful out here. It's like a rainforest jungle sort of vibe, a few nice creek crossings. We're gonna come out on the main road, and then we're gonna head to where we're gonna camp tonight. Find a camp spot somewhere up on the Wilson River, I think we're gonna go. We're out of the jungle there and smashing our way through the bush. We're back on the main road, and we're heading towards camp up into the next area. Don't exactly know where we're camping yet. We're sort of heading out the back of Rollins Plains and making it up as we go, as per usual. Beautiful afternoon. Might pull up on the river out here. Actually, I've been meaning to show you the latest gadget, mod, whatever you want to call it, to the nav that I got a few weeks ago. I've finally got one of those scan gauges. One of these here, if you can see it. This is a iCheck smart gauge, only like a bit over $100. And it's really good like when you're driving. So like you can just have it on live feed and you can choose different things. If I rev the car, you know, you get revs, you get speed, ECT, you get all different, like you can change around all different things you want to read. You got scan there, so if you get any codes come up and your car goes into limp mode, you can clear them, check what they are. You can log trip details, kilometers, fuel used, everything is pretty handy. Take me half hour to go through the whole thing, but you get the basic outline. They're a pretty handy little gadget. Have found ourselves a camp spot. I don't even know exactly where we are, but in the mountains out the back of Rollins Plains. Got the Wilson River down there. Then we got ourselves a nice little flat spot up here. That sun has gone down. It is cooling down very, very quickly, so a nice big warm fire going. Got ourselves a heap of firewood for the night. Stoke that fire up, grab the chairs out and sit down and relax. Hey Kai, have you seen what our magnetic stubby coolers can do? Have a drink. Where am I going to put my drink? There's no spots. Oh, I'll just put it on the car.
Let's go to our place. We won't leave no trace. We're heading to heaven, and there's no coming back.
This massive, big, beautiful swimming hole. Our camp's only just back up there. I might wait till later in the day to have a swim though. The sun hasn't really hit it yet and it's quite cold out here this morning. in summer, it's just absolutely beautiful and so warm. So quiet out all these areas the last couple of days, just no one else around. We sort of stick more and more to bush camping these days just because it's so quiet out these places, and you always end up having them to yourself if you stick away from the main areas and campgrounds. Whereas the coastal places are just chaos. A lot of the time, coastal places just get busier and busier. We're just finishing packing up camp. The plan today is to go try and take on this track that I've always wanted to do, but I think it's a bit overgrown and disused these days. But it follows the Wilson River, and I want to see where it goes because I think it's a fun track and it's got a few nice camp spots and that along it. Just not sure if we'll make it or what the condition of it's going to be like. But I do know out that way is an awesome waterfall, so we're going to go check that out too and have a swim. This is the first obstacle. This is where I've been to. I've never gone past this point. This bridge here was washed out a long time ago. They've made a track around it, but it's just that it hasn't been used for a while. So it's got a decent sized tree there. Dad's up there, it continues with another thing there to clear. And then we walked it after that, and it looks alright after that. We just don't really know where it goes. Cut that big one out of the way. We're just trying to work out the best way to remove it, because yesterday when we did this we made it harder for ourselves, so we might winch that out of the way now. But I got to consider, I don't have spare batteries for this, so I might clear this other stuff and then I'll see where we're at after that. Alright, we're getting there. Filling up this hole now a bit too. Should be able to straddle it, but just in case, only take a few minutes to throw a heap of rocks in there, so if you do fall in you won't really damage anything. Now just got to get rid of this big ass log, so I might bring the car down, winch it out of the way. I'm going to try and winch this big log out of the road now. Got the drifter recovery kit out. I'm going to use one of the bridles instead of the tree trunk protector, because obviously we don't need to protect this tree, and it'll hopefully be easy to pull out from underneath it, because it's probably going to get jammed up compared to a tree trunk protector. It'll grab in a minute. Alright, that's that big tree sort of out of the way, but I've trapped myself a little bit, but I got to swing around and do a big swing, avoid that rock there, and then up out of here and we're through. Made it across there with a bit of rock bashing and jumping up over logs and banks and everything, and I roared up out the other side there. Hell of a lot of fun we're through, and we got a clear path now for Dad to come through, and then if we need to come back it won't be too bad either. Alright, we're both through. Much easier there. Dad got through all that nice and quick. We are going to now walk up there, because that's where the awesome waterfall is I know in this area. Head up there for a swim, and then we'll see what's down that track. Here's the first spot, sort of rock platform that it flows down into these little pools, which is pretty cool. We're going to keep going. Another spot just up there, it's even better. There it is. So nice. Unfortunately the sun's not quite on it yet. It's only, I don't know what it'd be now. What time is it, Kai? 10:45. Maybe another hour or so and the sun will be beaming in here. Back at the cars, head up this track now and see what happens. I don't even know if we can get through or where it goes, but we'll find out. First issue, this bank here has collapsed, and I don't know, I think you'd just fit a car there, but you're right on the edge and it could collapse on you. But I'm looking at the possibility that you can, if I just clear those dead ones there, you can climb up and shoot down through here maybe. I don't know if I'll get down through there. It always looks tight once you get a vehicle on it.
Yeah, once you get in here, mate, things are going to look tight.
I've got a new plan. Drive it up into the bush and then reverse it out of there because I can't make the turn.
And you're going to come forward again, have you?
Well, we're really on an adventure this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
This is like a daily camping trip with Dad.
This is just the normal. Dad's psycho adventures.
You know, just like driving off cliffs. So today,
Now we'll just reverse down the track, I guess, because I don't know how to turn around.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take on one of the hardest tracks for the 978,697th time. We're going to take on this track.
We're really having an adventure today. We can't go there because that bank will collapse. And
Yeah, but why do we have to reverse?
well, because we couldn't fit around it. You couldn't like come up forwards and turn into it at the same time. You'd end up in that tree right there. No, like angled up.
I'm all good at the front.
Yeah. Now start straightening up a bit. Yeah, you're all good. Well, how's this for a spot? This is why we spent 3-4 hours reopening this track, smashing our way through here. I knew there had to be something good. This is incredible. We're out here and just literally in the middle of nowhere. We've got our own private sort of beachfront, riverfront
We got a water slide.
spot here. We got water slide, like rapids in the big hole in this massive gorge. Incredible.
What a hidden paradise.
It lived here, well, we both lived here our whole lives and never been this spot. I'm blown away at how good this is down here. I wish we were sort of camping another night now. Legitimately just can't get over this. Blown away at this find. To sort of spend 3-4 hours track clearing, keep, you know, pushing through thinking, oh, should we clear all those logs around the bridge, you know, should we clear all that so we can reverse up so we can get up that bit of collapsed track, just to keep pushing through and then wind your way down through the bush and it open up to this. Just amazing. The water is so clear and nice as well. I'm gonna jump back in. also the U9 on the throttle controller. I don't know if I'll get back up out of there. I may have to winch. That's sort of the main track down onto this little area here's got that big tree across, so I just sort of came down next to it, but it's very soft getting out there. Might pull the winch out. I don't think I can get up this bank. Well, the fun ain't over yet. Just snapped that winch rope. So we're going to try and pull that big one out of the way and then head up that, what used to be the old path, see if that's got any more traction on it. So get that out of the way, use the old path, hopefully I can drive it. If not, I'll get Dad down here to pull me up the old path. Alright, we got that, dragged that tree out of the way over there. It's got it cleaned up a bit and then hopefully I can punch up out of there. Normally you're better off pulling logs like that from the back of your car, because pulling things in reverse isn't ideal for your drivetrain, but I don't have any recovery points on the back of my car at the moment. I really need to do something about that. And you know, that log wasn't that heavy, it wasn't really that much of a big pull. Alright, hopefully this time I make it, but I don't know. Give it everything it's got. I'll put the throttle controller up to 9, rear diff lock in. There we go, that's it. Just need the, whoops. Woo! Just need to bulldoze it out a bit. I made it return the track back to how it was, back to the old one there. Need another swim after all that, but we're up out of there. Now I'm doing this reverse again. It's about 150 meter reverse back to that section where we're going to reverse and then head out, but we want to reverse up into it this time and then head out of it straight, because that's going to be the best way to do it. The track does continue. I've got to watch that log there. The track does continue further out this way, but it's 2:30 in the Arvo and we still got to get out of here, and we figured we'll just go back, and rather than heading further out into the mountains and unknown, and we had a hell of a time, and then we can come back again another time out here to explore and see what else we can find. Give us a reason to come back. But anyways, I better concentrate on this reversing and then take on these couple of obstacles and try and get out of here before dark. It shouldn't take us too long, should be about an hour back to the main road I reckon, because we know what we're doing this time and we've already cleared all the obstacles.
Straight past it, cross it a bit.
What took us half hour of clearing and navigating and working out, 1 minute this time. Smash it up in there and then straight back out. You know how I actually thought of doing that originally back here before was from that Lake Cumberland track in Tassie. So Tim and Shane from Track and Trails Adventures, if you're watching, that's where I thought of this idea from, that whole reversing into obstacles and then coming out of them forwards, because there's no way you can get up in there and make that turn straight on. Alright, we're back out of the bush, just aired up the tyres. What an amazing weekend away, I can't believe that. And you know, we're only not that far from home at all, so out exploring our local tracks, finding new places, reopening up that old track that people haven't been on in months, and coming to that spot was just incredible. Definitely back out there, and we'll explore sort of further down that road I guess next time and see what else we can find. State forests, a lot of these areas, and what an incredible, can't believe how nice it is up here.
We're just gonna pack up camp and head out of here and head. No.
Dad's gonna come down now and try pick the. This is where this is where things get interesting. So there's a pretty popular picnic spot. It's sort of a bit of a. So we'll sit up here and have some. We'll sit up here and. We're out of the jungle. Got ourselves a heap of firewood.
We sort of stick more and more to bush camping these days, just because it's so. We're finishing packing up camp. Out of breath. Get around that bit of